what we call the Kesihatan portfolio for the state as well. And then I have Pekerja Ladang-Ladang. This is actually Pekerja Ladang-Ladang is involves their livelihood and their status, and also their habitat. And then I have something called Kemiskinan and Selangor Prihatin. Kemiskinan is actually poverty in Selangor, but surprisingly, the Selangor government has got a marker by which they classify poverty, which we are still not in agreement with the state officials. We must be open to new ideas and how we can be more inclusive of the whole population of Selangor alone. Because I say this because Prihatin at present is just building houses for the poor, and one of the conditions of building the house for the poor is that you must own the lot. The lot must be under your name. And if you actually look into this, then the only people who have got lots under their name will be the Malays, because they have all the tanah reserve, and they have got these lots over the period of years, from brought down from father to son to son. They have the lots, and so they have the lots in their name. Houses can be built on them, and the lots has to be permanent lots. It cannot be TOL as well. So we don't build on TOL land. So then, if that category is put in, then a lot of the others who are squatting on TOL land will not get the privilege of house being built for them. So I am discussing with the state officials in order to have a new proposal. The word Prihatin Selangor and Kemiskinan also is concerned, and extend the scope so that it will be more reflective of we helping the Selangor population at large, not just concentrating to one group of people. So basically, we are in discussion over that issue. So basically, this covers my scope. You can see it's quite wide, and it's actually quite difficult. But actually, apart from that, it looks like my scope is to solve all Indian problems in the state. Because I have got overwhelming response from the Indian community coming to see me from issues pertaining to religious buildings, issues pertaining to labor, issues pertaining to employment, issues pertaining to education. And so they seem to think that anything and everything that has to do with the Indian community would have to be addressed by me. So I have continuous flow of people coming to see me about all these problems, though a lot of the portfolios and the problems that they bring forth are not under my jurisdiction. It's under several other Excos. It should be directed to them. That's what I'm starting to do now. If less land matter, I take it down, then I refer it to the person who's in charge of land matter. Education, there is an portfolio for education. There's a portfolio for bajikan, especially single mothers, single parents. We got tremendous amount of requests from single parents. You'll be unbelievable. I can't imagine that people have so much of problems, and how the previous government actually tackled these issues is beyond me. But we are trying to register all these things slowly with the work of the other Excos as well, in order to get a better picture of what is happening, so that we get a picture and then we can move forward as to how we can go about helping these people. So basically, that is what I am doing. So the temple issue has become my personal issue. Because, as you know, the state has set up this Jawatan Kuasa that will take care of non-Muslim religious buildings and issues, and I am the chairperson for this Jawatan Kuasa. And even there, I've gone through their papers previously, and we have to rewrite the guidelines and proposals put forth by the state officials. We are in that process because I already called a meeting of NGOs and interested parties as far as this is concerned. That includes the Hindus, the Christians, the Sikhs, the Tois, the Chinese Tokong personalities and things like that. And I put forth my proposals to them, and I've given them a time frame of 3 weeks to come back with counter proposals as far as guidelines are concerned, and even budget requirements for us to tackle this huge problem facing the non-Muslim community as far as religious places of worship are concerned. No, I'd like to correct you. I'm not the first. I was just a spokesman for the group of Aduns who met up before we were sworn in, and there a collective agreement was made by all the Aduns of PKR that they would want to sell the Exco complex once we came into power. Subsequently, though it has been published in the press quite extensively, we have had discussions with state officials, and also we have got feedback that the Tuanku Sultan has advised the Menteri Besar to advise the Exco and the Aduns that the property that we are talking about is actually a landed property, and the land belongs to the state government, and he is not too happy about selling of state land so easily, so that because as you know, Selangor, we have a problem of land, especially state land, because a lot of development has taken place and conversions have taken place. So the state actually is running short of land. So he's advised to us, and we think rightfully we agree with him, that rather than selling the Exco complex, he has asked us to rent it out to corporates and to people who can afford the rent, and in that way we also get revenue monthly out of this complex, and that money can be used for different purposes, which would be then agreed upon by the Exco and the state officials. Our choices were actually limited. It is just unfortunate that one of our Aduns are in Kamunting, and the other Adun who was here is a junior member in the party hierarchy, and so the choice was just to have a senior member from the party to represent the Indian community, and so it was given. But we also took into consideration the racial breakdown of the members of the Exco, which will reflect the state of Selangor. I think it doesn't mean that if we don't have an extra Indian in the Exco, that the needs of the Indian community will be neglected. I think I speak for all the other Excos on this, that they are prepared to tackle the Indian problems in the state as well, working very closely with me, and I'm working very closely with them, and I think we can achieve this. And I think this Exco is, I think, entirely different from the way the previous Exco worked. In that here we have a consensual idea of what we want to do, and if it's a Chinese issue or it's an Indian issue, it's a Malay issue, we collectively make a judgment. We collectively make a suggestion that it will benefit whoever it is, and make sure that these benefits go down to the ground, and they are looked after as far as Selangorians are concerned. So I think, I don't think, but I know surely positively that the choices made by the leaders, especially the Menteri Besar, as far as the Exco composition is concerned, is with great regard to Selangor and the capabilities of the people who are chosen in order to deliver the expectations of the people.